Vivien Leigh, British actress, winner of 2 Academy Awards. There are no ugly women, there are only women who do not know that they are beautiful. I don't know what the method is. Action is my life, that's how it should be. Feminine charm is 50% an illusion. Fantasy gives the actor an indescribable feeling of flight. I have always believed that if you want something with all your heart and soul, you will definitely get it. Beauty is fleeting. But the beauty of the spirit, the beauty of the imagination, and the beauty of the soul are the real virtues. It's a lot easier to make people cry than it is to make them laugh. A man who is completely incapable of being faithful, at least true to himself. I'm not a movie star. I'm an actress. Being a movie star, just a movie star, is like a fake life lived in the name of false values and for the sake of fame. Acting is about the long haul, and there are always great roles to play. I'd rather live a short life with Larry than a long one without him. I don't feel good enough alone. I become restless. I have to do different things. I am a very impatient person. I love the audience. I love people and I play because I love to give pleasure to people. It's a lot easier to make people cry than it is to laugh. I've been a godmother a few times, but being a grandmother is best in the world. Life is too short to work so hard. Divorce doesn't mean people should hate each other. Reading other people's letters, and especially intimate ones, is ignoble. Trading them is simply humiliating. But there's nothing you can do, such as life. To be a movie star and only a movie star is to live a false life, in the name of false values. The professional star has a short century. A real actress is not afraid of age, there are always enough interesting roles for her. I, for one, am not going to retire. I will play until the age of 90. The scene is where I exist, where I feel alive and strong. On stage, I'm a queen and I do what I think is right. There is no need to listen to the director who is swollen with importance, who orders to look right or left, to express more here and there less. Old men, they speak wisely and well. They know what they're talking about. My parents were absolutely happy that I knew what I wanted. I hope I have one trait that Scarlett never had, a sense of humor. I want to enjoy life. And she has one trait that I hope I'll never have, which is selfishness. The director gives the actor self-confidence. My parents were French, Irish, and even Spanish blood. And I love the United States, and I consider myself partly American. The auditorium is different all the time. And you never know how he will react to you and your dame, how your stage partner will react to you. Of course, it would seem that everything is predictable, but anything can happen. And this is one of the intrigues of the game on stage. My zodiac sign is Scorpio, and they eat themselves and burn themselves from the inside. I flit between happiness and mystery. I am both a sanctimonious and a heretic in one person. I say I think and don't pretend, and I'm willing to accept the full consequences of my behavior. If St. James's is demolished, I will leave England and play in other countries. England is not a place for actors and actresses. I wash my face several times a day. And I use the cream only to remove theatrical makeup. Too much makeup distorts the natural lines of facial expression. A little powder, a little blush, a little mascara, and a little lipstick. As a rule, this is enough. If I were given the chance to live my life anew, I'm sure of two things. First, I would have become an actress much earlier. Secondly, immediately after that, I would marry Laurence Olivier. If necessary, I would ask for his hand. I still believe in the dream, even after my life turned into a nightmare. To be elegant means not to crash into the eyes, but to crash into the soul and memory. I am a mixture of my mother's determination and my father's optimism. I wanted more kids. A huge tragedy for me was that I could not give birth yet and lost 2 during pregnancy. Everyone has the right to inviolability of private life. It's both unsolid and inappropriate to discuss feelings and attitudes publicly, unless they're relevant to the job. The British don't have the best diction. In France, you have to pronounce everything very clearly, and learning French at an early age has helped me a lot in the future. All my education and the early years of my life were surrounded by dreams of the stage. Tragedy is much easier to play than comedy. When you play comedy, you walk like a tightrope. Tragedy can be reveled in. So it's easier to play in Macbeth than in the rustle of the South Seas. Beauty is not an age, but a state of mind. If I wasn't an actress, I would be writing or drawing. But when I come to the theater in the evening, I get a sense of security. I love the audience. I love people in play because I like to give people joy.